Alright, we finally made it to PAX, which is so freaking exciting. This is my favorite con, so I'm always with a huge smile on my face and I'm just excited to be here. And this year, not only do I got a content creator badge, but I got a special badge because I'm going to be on a panel tonight, which is Thursday. And I know this is coming out after the fact, but I'm going to be on my first PAX panel, which is really exciting. So I am super amped for that. I got a couple of meetings today and some companies to chat with, and I've already bumped into one of my friends. I bumped into my friend Becca, and she gave me this wristband she made for me. So already a great start to my day, and here's to day one of PAX. The first game that I got to try out at PAX this year was this really cute Rugrats game. It was giving me such retro vibes, and not only was it giving me retro vibes, but there was actually a setting in the game where you could make it look 8-bit rather than the updated graphics, so you could kind of swap between the two, which I thought was a really cute addition. This made me think of the old school Rugrats game that was back on PlayStation 1. I don't know if any of you played that. I actually asked him if this had any relevance or was in relation to that game at all, and they said this is a brand new game, brand new company that they are working with to be able to put this out, and they said that they actually have some other licenses with Nickelodeon. So a Rugrats game isn't the only game that they could potentially put out in the future, which also got me extremely excited for all of the throwback Nickelodeon shows that they could turn into games for us to play in the next year or so. But overall, this game was fun. It was a short demo, so there wasn't a whole lot to it. And honestly, I was kind of bad at it. So it took me a little bit longer than I would like to admit to figure out some of the controls. But all around, I had a blast playing this. And I'm very much so looking forward to when this comes out so I can try it out again. Walking around on the show floor. Did one meeting so far. Played this Rugrats game that looked really cool. And now we just got word that our hotel is ready to be checked in. So we're gonna hop over there for a moment, get all of our bags up to our room, and then come back to the floor because I have another meeting in like an hour. So we're in speed mode today. I got a lot of stuff to get done, but I've already bumped into a couple friends, seen some cool stuff so far. The show floor is very well spread out this year, so it's not too crowded anywhere, which is nice, but there's definitely so much more we got to check out, so I'm excited to get there.
Wait, I have an idea. What is your idea? You stand right there, right? You like have your camera.
You guys are so cute.
I'm a big fan of Brandy. I like sexy. Everything about you.
Excuse you, have you seen you
My old girlfriend.
work it?
Like I literally, this is a phase now, but maybe it might be out of style. Look at
Brandy's alright, I guess.
Okay, you're rude. The next game that I had a meeting for was this game, Forest Hills The Last Year. Now, that name might sound familiar to you because the game The Last Year actually came out a couple years ago and it kind of crashed and burned. So this new company actually bought the rights to the game and totally revamped it. So this new company added in new players, new maps, new killers, and honestly, I am loving the changes that they made. Now, the individual that I am talking here is actually the artist for the game who has created pretty much all of the maps and all of the designs for what you're seeing, which I thought was so incredible. He was going in depth into all the changes he made, and I was extremely impressed. Honestly, I really enjoyed the gameplay. If you've never played this game, there's a couple of different classes you can choose, which gives you different abilities to kind of fight the monster that you're facing, and they said that each level is going to be completely different, which I really like the versatility in that, and that you have different missions you have to go for. So honestly, I'm looking forward to this coming out hopefully later this year, because I think this would be a lot of fun to play with friends, and for sure a lot of fun to play on stream with the community. So I was excited to check this out. Just got some food after came back. I had a meeting with another company, and then I met up with some friends that were at another booth, which was super awesome. I'll have all that footage like inserted in here so you guys will see it in between. But check all of that out. And then we had some food at the food court that was not good. So that sucked. But it's always hit or miss. You never know how food at like a con's gonna be. And nor am I expecting quality, but it's nourishment. And now we're back on the floor. Are you doing something in the background? Oh. And now we're back on the floor, and it looks like something's going on over at the PAX Arena over there. So we're gonna go check out and see what else we see. We just roamed a little bit more, played with some of the puzzles. They have like this booth that has these cool puzzle things. So we were playing with those for honestly the past hour, let's be honest. We were there for a while. And the show floor is just about closing now. So we're getting ready to wrap it up and then probably head back to the room, chill for a little bit, because I am going to be on my first ever PAX panel tonight at 8. So I'm really excited and a little nervous for that. So we've got that coming up, and that'll kind of wrap up the rest of our day. Might get dinner with some friends afterwards, so I am excited to see how it goes, and hopefully I can share some footage of that with you guys. 20 years of PAX, and this is actually my 9th PAX East. Would be my 10th if we don't count the COVID year that got canceled, but half of the years that they've been doing this. That's still wild to think about.
And I don't know, Brandy, if you want to start.
I would say, well, definitely going off of what you were saying with streaming, you wouldn't think that as a streamer, you technically work like 20 jobs at once.
Right.
Because, yeah, you're a streamer and everyone's like, oh, you play video games for a living. You get to just play games on Twitch and that's your job. It's like, that is the easiest part of my job, is the part that you see. You don't see all of the back end. And when I first started streaming, it wasn't as wide known, or I would say things weren't as accessible as they are nowadays. So YouTube was my best friend in learning everything and being self-taught. Started off with that streaming, and I'm also a cosplayer, so I always loved being artistic and I loved being able to express myself. So that's something that I absolutely love, and I love that I'm able to do that in this position. And like I said, it's hard to necessarily bullet point that as a skill, but it's something I've done within content creation that I want to continue pushing on beyond this, even with that.
Mayhem Mermaid is also a mentor.
I am.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Brandy, you've been doing incredible work.
With streaming, a lot of that follows through as well, where everybody that is watching you at home, you might not have, a room of this many people in front of you physically, But those people are there. They're watching you and they're coming for guidance. They're coming for entertainment. They're coming for, you know, I also within my stream talk a lot about mental health and being open with your community. You can find me on Twitch at xxbrandy, or I am slaywithbrandy on any other social you can possibly think of. I'm probably there. And I stream Monday through Thursdays at 9 o'clock. I'm a late night streamer, so you would think I do mostly comfy games to go to sleep, but to be honest, more times than not, I'm playing horror games. So if you want to be kept up until 1 a.m. in the morning, I'm your girl.
Nightmare fuel, we love it.
Oh, yeah. So it's the end of the night, just finished up the panel and everything. It went amazing, it was really great. And my amazing friend, Steve, came.
Oh yes, I'm Steve.
He's Steve.
I'm Steve.
He's Steve.
The Steve.
The Steve. That's his formal name.
The Steve of Steve.
The Steve of Steve. The Steve.
And now we're heading back to the lesson to see what our plans are for the rest of the night. It's officially day 2 of PAX. Bright and sunny day today. I'm in Katara, which I'm excited. I got these new like ribbon ball fabric things so I can look like I'm waterbending. So I'm gonna test that out since I have a lot of open space here to do that. And I'm excited for a jam-packed day 2. I've got some meetings today, some meetups, all these cool things. So we got a lot to get to and I'm excited for all of it. Practice. Finally walking around on the show floor. It's busy today for Friday. Lots of people already. And I got some exciting meetings today, so I'm amped for everything. And I'm letting you guys see a little bit of what's going on. For Friday, I had so many meetings planned, and I was honestly super excited for this Killer Clowns game. It was probably the top of my list in terms of what I wanted to play, and it superseded my expectations. I knew that it was going to be kind of similar to like a DBD, a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type of, you've got killers and survivors that are trying to complete objectives or missions within a game and then escape or something. I got to play as one of the clowns. And a really cool part is that guy right next to me is one of the brothers who created the franchise, not the game, but the movie. And I didn't even realize that I had approached him, and lucky enough, I got to actually play the game with him and his brother. His brother was a survivor, so he was at the end of the row, but playing with them was incredibly fun. The game was really, really cool. I was kind of learning what I needed to do, and then weird things were happening, like I turned into a pizza at some point. I seriously need to rewatch this movie because I haven't watched it since I was a kid, and I want to be able to get all of these references when the game comes out. I was really, really happy that I was able to test it out from the clown side because I wanted to see how the killer perspective would be. As a killer main in a lot of other games, that is more what I tend to lean towards when I do play these types of games. So I was excited to try that out. I did want to try out the survivor side, but the lines were crazy around this booth all weekend. Being able to speak with the creator of the franchise was incredible. And then I was also able to speak with the content creator manager for Quantic Dream, which is a company I absolutely love. And we were able to discuss some of the new games that are coming out and what they would like to do with content creators going forward. So I'm really hopeful. It's been a busy day so far. Did a meeting with the creators and those within the company that does the Killer Clowns from Outer Space crew, which is so cool. Got to try the game out, so I got a lot of footage for you guys, and I got to speak with the actual creators from the movie, which was incredibly exciting. And then I spoke with Quantic Dream, which is a company that I absolutely love, and I would love to work with them further. So I spoke with their content creator manager about potentially being onboarded for some future stuff with them. Gonna try that game out a little bit later. Their line was crazy. And then I have another interview coming up shortly. But we've been roaming, seeing friends, checking out companies, checking out booths. It's been a crazy busy day, but a crazy amazing day so far. So, been a good one. My last meeting of the day was for this game, Deathbound. Now, normally this probably wouldn't be something I would go after, but I recently started playing Elden Ring on my stream, and I've low-key become obsessed, and my community has become obsessed with me trying Souls games, even if I'm trash at them. And this game is a Souls game, but the really cool part that I learned about it is, if you can see on the side of your screen, you have multiple little emblems there. Those are actually different characters that you can swap between. When you find the souls of different dead characters, you can embody them and then be able to switch into them at different intervals during the game to fight different enemies with whatever skill set you want to bring forward. I think that is really cool and really creative for a Souls-like game, especially if you're trash with one character and you might be better with the other. I ultimately was trash with all of the characters, and this demo was really hard, so I didn't play a lot of it, but I really did enjoy what I played, and I like the look of it, and I'm excited to see what's more to come from this game.
Currently off the show floor, heading to, we have a Twitch Women's Guild meetup in the community rooms that I'm amped to go see who's there from the guilds. A lot of people I get to meet, a lot of people that I've seen and met before at like TwitchCon and stuff. So I'm excited to be able to hang and see those people again, see those lovely faces. So we're on the way there now, and I'll see what I'll be able to record when I'm there. Of PAX in 801 today with my Leon. And going down to the show floor to see what we got today. So we finished we went to the Duncan booth, which you can see it over there, and we played the game for it. I did not account for how it was going to make my leg holster fall down and stuff anytime I bent over. So I didn't do as well as I thought I was going to do, but we got some free stuff from it, which is actually pretty cool. And now we're probably going to transition to get something to eat or something to drink, sit down a little bit. And then we got the rest of the day to continue wandering the floor and see what other stuff we can check out. All that we really have left is a couple of booths that we would have to wait in line to try whatever it is. So we'll do a couple of those, but most of the big things I was able to get out of the way the past 2 days. So it's been great so far. Just stopped up back at the room, made some sandwiches, had a little nourishment. That way we're good to go. A little bit of water. Back down to the floor going now. Gonna head back in. Try to catch up with some friends that are around that just got in. And yeah, today's been a good day so far. Got to try out some cool stuff that we didn't get to see throughout the rest of the weekend. So on to more things. End of Saturday. I just got some cool Pokemon stuff down on the show floor. About to head back to the room, get out of cosplay, get into comfy stuff, and then grab some dinner for the night. And we got to hang out with some friends earlier, so we're gonna go grab dinner with them and be able to just kind of like hang and chill for a little bit before the craziness that is later tonight. So I'm excited for all of that. But a good day 3 so far. Officially day 4.
What up, what up?
Final day of the con. Just regular me in a Star Wars dress. That guy's playing some pipe tube thing over there. I don't know what's happening, but we're walking to the con for the last day. Sunday, just checked out of our hotel, ready to get down there, see who we can see, do our goodbyes, all of that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna get too emotional about it, but thinks it's the last day, but we're gonna make it a great last day. So I just spoke with 2 different companies, had a little talks with them. One was like super cutesy looking and had a bunch of different games with their company. So wanted to check out some of those, and I entered a raffle if they want to switch, which is cool. And then checked out this other game that was more horror focused with like crude humor. So I'm definitely excited to make these connections and then go check out these games when I go back. And a lot of the games are already out, so I can kind of gauge what things I'm gonna like and what things I want to stream with you guys. So it's been nice kind of expanding out into the indie realm a bit more here. Getting close to the end of the day. It's already clearing out. It's a little after 5, so the show floor closes in less than an hour, unfortunately. So doing my rounds, seeing the last like booths I want to see, saying goodbye to the last people I'm bumping into, and we've been watching this Tekken tournament, which has been absolutely insane. So doing all of that, wrapping up for the day, and it's unfortunately almost the end of PAX for this year.
Arena, the winner of the Almost Pro 10K Tekken 8 Open, your champion, Rugrats.
We just finished watching the Tekken tournament, Tekken 8 tournament. They know more than, I do.
It was fire! Fire, the energy is real.
Clearly, it was a lot of fun. We've been like catching games. They caught more games than I did, but we've been catching games throughout the weekend. And
listen, the underdog came back to win it all in the end, beat the undefeated player in the final match. It was amazing. It was awesome.
listen, I was rooting for him the whole time because he was a fellow New Yorker who picked a Russian character, so he already had my heart like 2 days ago. You just got turned on to him today.
Yeah. Nobody was rooting for him the whole time. Every time they would ask who was going to win, nobody was cheering for him. By the second to last match, he had the whole crowd on his side. That dude won the crowd, he won the tournament. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Now we're getting to the end of the con. The show floor is clearing out. So we're getting to the end of the vlog. Just doing our last rounds, our last hurrahs. And then we're gonna be heading home back to New York. But PAX has been so great this year. And honestly, I mean, I love PAX every year, but this year has specifically felt like a mini TwitchCon coupled with PAX East. So it has been absolutely incredible. And I've just had an amazing time. It is officially that time. We're walking to the hotel to get our car to leave. So it's the end of PAX, but it's been an amazing time, and I hope you guys enjoyed being along for the ride with me. I had such a great time, and I love getting to share all of that with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like this, give it a big thumbs up. It helps so freaking incredibly much. And I can't wait to see you guys at the next con. So until then, bye!